Hey guys, my name is Khaviaé and welcome back to my channel.
SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay, in today's video, as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 10 tips and tricks to care for your starter locks. So for those who are new, my name is Khaviaé. I do videos on my locks and my life. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. It's right underneath this video on the right hand side. It's red and we'll turn white once you get subscribed. And for those who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for returning. So for those who are new, if you don't know, well, you don't know because you're new, duh. I started my locks almost 2 years ago, so I have 3 more months until my 2-year anniversary, and I will be posting on that. And when I started my locks, like, they were very short, and so this is how they're looking now. This is not their full potential because I have not done a retwist. I haven't washed my hair. I have not done anything to my hair, so you guys can't see my full length potential because they're not stretched out. But I did all the work by myself. I haven't went to a loctician. I haven't went to a beauty shop. Nothing. Like, nobody has placed their hands in my hair except me. I did all the growing. I did everything myself. So just a little backstory for you guys who are new. But let me go ahead and get started with this video. I'm gonna be driving because I gotta go to work. Oh, also don't mind this band-aid because I know you guys are looking at it like, oh, why does she have a band-aid on her? I could have bought those little stickers, like those aesthetic stickers everybody is buying, but I'm not into all of that. I'm not buying no stars to put on my face, buying no heart to put on my face. I'm gonna use what I have. So I had the band-aid, and that's what I'm using. Period. Okay, so let's get into this video. The first tip and trick that I have for you guys is moisturize. Moisturizing your locks. So if you keep your locks moisturized, they won't look dry, they won't look dead, they won't look like none of that because you're keeping them moisturized, you're keeping them hydrated. So a few things that you guys can moisturize your hair with, or let me give you guys what I moisturize my hair with. So a few products that I moisturize my hair with is oils. You guys see that I do use my biotin oil, and it's 100% biotin oil. I also use my hair grease that I have been using since I was a little girl. I also use, for hydration, water. Just spritz some water on my hair, and that's literally about it that I use for my moisture and my hydration. So you guys definitely want to make sure that you're always keeping your locks moisturized and hydrated because they will look a lot dry. Like, I can tell you firsthand because my hair has always tended to soak up every product that I place in it. No matter how much I put in my hair, it literally eats up every product, and my hair tends to look dry very often. Even when I was a loose natural, my hair tends to look super dry, even though I put amounts, like significant amounts of oils and greases in my hair. Like, my hair just eats it up. And I noticed with my daughter's hair too. Her hair eats up grease, eats up oil, eats up everything. Like, you would literally say, like, your hair has not been hydrated, moisturized in like a whole week. So that's how bad it is. Like, I literally have to take scoops of product and just put them on my hair to, like, try to make it last, but it doesn't last at all. Like, I literally moisturized and hydrated my hair the other day, and look at it. It looks so dry. Like, hella dry. It looks mighty dry. Like, bruh, it is what it is though. I'm so grateful though. But that's tip and trick number 1. Tip slash trick number 2 is tip and trick number 2, wash your hair as often as you think you should, or as often as you feel you should. I know a lot of lockers. I know a lot of lockers out there like to tell you, don't wash your starter locks because you're gonna unravel them. You're not gonna let them bud, blah 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 blah. No. If you feel that you need to wash your hair, wash your hair. If you feel that your hair is dirty and it needs to be washed, do that. Because who are the other people to tell you what to do with your hair? Like in the beginning, when I started my locks, I was washing my hair like almost every week, or every 3 days to every week. And yes, my locks would unravel, but at the same time, I was not combing my hair. Like, there's a difference. People have to be specific when it comes to giving out information, because a lot of information can be misused, or a lot of information can be misused, misdirected, whatever you want to call it. But it's all about giving specific information, specific details. So in the beginning, I was washing my hair like 3 days to 1 week. Yes, my hair would unravel, my locks would unravel, but guess what? I would just twist them back up, because you know, at the end of the day, even though I washed my hair and they unravel, I still never combed my hair. It's all about you not rubbing your hands through your hair, or you combing your hair, you brushing your hair, because that will determine if your locks are going to lock or not. Because locks are all about what? Matting and budding, right? Budding and matting, right? So if you don't comb your hair, if you don't brush your hair is going to be matted. Your hair is going to bud, because you're not combing through every strand. So people have to be very specific with that. But you wash your hair as often as you like, as often as you feel you should, because that determines your lock journey. And after I would do that, like after I would wash my hair, I would notice like maybe a month in, maybe a month and a half in, I started budding. So after I started budding, I didn't start washing my hair until like 3 months later or 4 months later. Like, it will be months until I wash my hair. So that's just a little tip and trick that I did for my locks when I was still in my starter lock phase. When I was in my starter lock phase. I mean, I still am in my starter lock phase, because these are kind of short, but I don't know. Maybe I'm not, because they're not starter locks. Yeah, they're locked. I don't know, but that's just a tip and trick that I used for my hair washing days. Okay, tip and trick number 3 is to cover your hair with like a satin scarf or a satin bonnet when you're in the shower, laying down, doing any type of activity, because you gotta definitely make sure after you wash your hair that your hair stays clean. There are some times where I have washed my hair and not worn a bonnet, not put anything over my hair to cover my hair, and I would lay down and I would have lint all in my hair, and guess what? That lint would stay. That's why you guys would see some of the lint caught up in these bathrooms, and sometimes in the front. I'm coming with that detox video, okay? I'm coming with that detox video. Just hold on. But yeah, that's why you guys will see a lot of my lint in these lower ones, because I tend to lay like this, or I'll lay on my side, and sometimes you'll see some lint balls on the side too. But make sure you cover your hair with something satin or something silk, because that will definitely hold your moisture into with your locks. And yeah, it will keep your locks clean and looking good. Yeah. So tip number 4, I would say tip number 4, trick number 4, whatever you want to use it as, keep your hands out your head. Keep your hands out of your head. I know a lot of people with the shorter starter locks, they like to keep twisting and doing this, because just don't do that. Don't do that at all, because if you do that, you're literally putting tension all over your hair. You're pulling tension, you're putting tension in that specific area, which can cause thinning for your locks, and you don't want that in your starter phase. You really don't. So definitely keep your hands out of your hair. The only time I would say to put your hands in your hair is when you moisturize, hydrate, and retwist and wash, and that's it. Don't do nothing else with your hair, because the more pulling you do, the more tugging you do, the more stretching you do, ooh, excuse me, that's going to cause your hair to thin up very, very, very quickly. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that's going to cause your hair to thin up very quickly, and you're not going to like it in the end result. So keep your hands out your head. Number 5 is, let me see, what's number 5? Oh, number 5 is to enjoy this phase that you're in. I know a lot of people call this the ugly phase, and for sure it's the ugly phase because of how you look and how your locks feel. Well, for me, it was the ugly phase, but at the same time, it was enjoyable because I really love the fact that I started my locks, even at my very, very, very short stage. I really enjoyed the fact that I started. Although I would cover up my short locks, although I would put hats on my short locks, although I would tie down my short locks, I still enjoyed the phase that I was in because I was becoming a locked girly. You know what I'm saying? So really enjoy this phase. This is a beautiful phase. The whole lock experience is a beautiful thing, but you really want to make sure that you have confidence while you're in this ugly stage. You really want to make sure that you're always making yourself feel good, even if it's doing makeup, even if it's doing your daily maintenance, even if it's just speaking to yourself. You really want to make sure that you're comfortable in that phase, and that you are enjoying that phase, because if you don't, then it will reflect all over you. Your whole aura will reflect how you feel about your hair and about all of that stuff, you know? So that's my tip, to really enjoy, have fun with this phase. Look back on it, take pictures, take videos. Take pictures, take videos, so that you guys can look back on it and be like, dang, I was there, and now look at me, I'm here. Like, started from the bottom, now we're here, period. But that was corny. But yeah, literally enjoy this phase because it's the best one yet. And then when you keep going and keep going and keep growing, it gets even better. It gets better and better and better as you grow. So yeah, enjoy it. Okay, so tip number 6, trick number 6, whichever one. I had to burp, but it didn't come up. And it kind of hurt. So number 6 is avoid a lot of styling with your starter locks. Now, some people have short starter locks, some people have long starter locks. Depending on the length of your hair, avoid a lot of the lock styling, because Again, like I said in my previous one, I think it was number 3 or number 4, it causes a lot of tension to your hair, and a lot of that tension, a lot of the pulling and tugging can cause thinning, and you don't want thin locks if you're looking to become a thick lock, girly or man. You don't want that, so avoid a lot of the styling because that can happen. And you don't want another one, you just don't want no headaches, getting your hair done with the braids and the twist, and now that you have locks, you guys know that pressure. You guys know the pressure of a tight style, so definitely avoid as many styles as you can, avoid as many tight styles as you can, because you just don't want to deal with that. No pain, no pressure, no thinning, nothing. Don't deal with it if you want to be a thick lock, girly or man. Another tip, trick to do with your locks, your starter locks. Try to avoid styling while your locks are dry. And I say this because if you style your locks while they're dry, a lot of breakage can happen. So say if you washed your hair but you didn't do a retwist, and you go to style your hair without that retwist, some of those locks are like tangled together. So if you're pulling on your locks and like styling them, they can easily like break. So you want to keep as much hair as you can. You want to keep as much hair as you can with your locks, because you just want to keep as much hair as you can. Avoid the breakage. Avoid styling on dry locks. Make sure you guys are hydrating your hair with like water or something to, open up that dryness. We don't do dry. We do moisturize. We do hydrate, right? We don't do dry. So avoid styling on dry locks. Number 6 is try and avoid coloring your hair during the first process of your starter locks. So if you do decide to start your locks, make sure you color your hair before you do the process. So before you do the cone coils, before you do the 2-strand twist, before you do the braid, make sure you guys are coloring your hair before you start your process of locking your hair. And I say this because if you do it while in that process of your locks, of your starter locks, it can cause a lot of damage that you don't want in the beginning. So just try to avoid coloring your hair in total. But if you do decide to start your lock journey, make sure to do it before you start your lock journey. And if you do it after you start your lock journey, make sure that your hair is already like locked, and make sure you guys go to a professional. Because again, like I'm gonna keep saying this, I am not a professional. Seek professional advice. Go to your loctician. Go to your local hairdresser, whatever you guys call it, hair salon. Go to those type of people to seek professional advice. I'm just giving you guys what I did during my process. After you start your locks and you decide you want to color your hair, make sure your hair is already locked enough before you just start that process. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to even put that in there. Go seek professional advice. If you want to start your locks, if you want to start your hair color journey after you started your locks, seek professional advice. Okay, number 9 is to try to avoid using so many products in your hair while in your lock phase. mean, if you use a lot of products, you guys already know the gook, the hair wash days will be much more added. The gook will be in your hair. All of that stuff, you know. And a lot of products have a lot of different chemicals in it. A lot of products have a lot of different chemicals in them, so you definitely want to stick with the same products, because if you use too many products, some of them can damage your hair, some of them can, you know, enhance your hair. But for the most part, just try to stick with the products you start out with, because that will be the best option. No, okay, so for me, I literally use just my oil, water, hair grease, and edge control. That is all that I use during my process. Oh, and my lock twist gel. That is all that I use during my process, and that I will continue to use, because I don't plan on adding any other product in my hair. Because my hair is already used to the products that I use now. So why would I damage my hair, or why would I scare my hair when I add a new product? It just does not make any type of sense, in my opinion. So I would suggest, so that is tip number 9, is to try to avoid using so many products in your hair. Try to limit the amount of products you use in your hair. Yeah, try to limit the amount of products that you place in your hair. Keep it to a certain minimum, and try to stick with the same product that you use in the beginning to finish out. So tip number 10 is to just let your hair breathe. Give your hair a break from all of the things that you do to it. Like, just let it breathe, let it grow, let it live. Every time you do something to your hair, you're causing damage, you're making it die. Let your hair breathe. That will be tip number 10, is to let your hair breathe. Give your hair a break. Give your locks a break. Give it a break. Let it breathe. Fresh air. You know how when you're stressed and you need to step outside and you just need to take a breather? Let your hair do that. You know how when your children is getting on your nerves, or your kids is getting on your nerves, and you need to just go in your room and just take a breather? Let your hair do that. Give your hair some time to breathe. That is the best tip ever, is to give your hair a breather. Let your hair have a break. That's it. That's all I can say. So that is it for all of my tips and tricks. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. Always comment. Give me some video ideas. Like, drop a comment down in the comment section. Give me some video ideas of what you guys want to see, what you guys think I should do, and all of that stuff. And I will take those ideas into consideration. But make sure you guys subscribe, hit that post notification bell, so whenever I post a video, you guys are notified. And always remember that practice does not make you perfect, but it does make you better. So keep trying. And I promise to see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys. I love you guys so much.